Hey everybody, I am packing for my trip to Europe. I can't believe that I leave in 2 days, literally 2 days, and I'm really excited about it. But it means that it's crunch time, so I have to start like finishing up with my packing. I kind of figured out a system that I wanted to use, and I was posting on Instagram Live a couple days ago about how I was gonna finish up my packing and then post it up on YouTube. So this is just me posting up this video so you guys can see how I'm packing all of this stuff for a whole month into one duffel bag. Hey, what's up, D. Anderson? I see you. Thanks for joining me. I'm gonna show you guys the bag that I'm packing, which is really not that big. It's just like a regular duffel bag. But the point is that I don't want to have a lot of bags on me. So you know, it's just like one regular size duffel bag. I mean, it's kind of big. Like, I feel like I can fit a lot of stuff in it. So that's just gonna be the bag, and it's gonna be for everything that I need for my trip to Europe for a month, which is all of July. Hey DJ Stereo and G Wiz, I see you guys. Thanks for joining tonight. I probably won't. I don't know how long this will go. I'm just gonna take questions. I'm going to Spain. I'm so excited. Thank you for that question, Kurapatsi. I am pretty much I'm just gonna be vacationing, and I was like, I'm probably gonna take the trip for a month. I couldn't do more than that because I'm gonna start like a new job in August, and I need to make sure that I'm back for that. But thank you, Bowser. I'm glad the videos have been helpful. Paris, I'm not Boricua, I'm Dominicana. I am from DR. I mean, from New York, but you know. Thank you to everybody for all these kind words. Like, I feel like a lot of people have been really supportive and encouraging, and telling me like, oh, enjoy your trip and make sure you do this, make sure you do that, and like post vlogs and let us know like how you're saving money and what you're doing. So I'm definitely gonna be trying to do as much as that as I can. But you know, it's a lot. It's a lot when you're taking a vacation and you're trying to do everything you got to do and try to remember everything people tell you. So I'm going to be trying to relax, but I also want to make sure that I have you know, some videos like, you know, that I prepare so that when I get back I don't have to, you know, go crazy trying to film stuff. So I'm going to be posting while I'm there. I'm probably going to be doing videos about like my budget while I'm over there, because like it's just a lot of stuff that you need to plan for when you're traveling, that and some things come up unexpectedly. So I want to put like my budget, like how much am I going to be spending on food. Most of the time I'm probably going to be doing groceries, and so I'm not necessarily going to try to go to restaurants too much, as you know, I mean, it's when I can I'll go, but I'm trying to make sure most of the time what I'm eating is food that I prepped. And especially being that I shared on the channel like a year ago I went vegan, which means that it's really hard when you go to restaurants to be like picky about what you order. So it's been easier to do, you know, just make my meals myself. So I do a lot of my meal prepping and stuff like that, which I post more about on Instagram than YouTube, but you guys could check it out there if you're really interested. I'm gonna see if I can jump on Instagram live right now, because a lot of people were asking me on Instagram as well. My Wi-Fi is being a little bit weird though, so I'm gonna see if I can. If not, it's not a big deal. But yeah, so to see if I can jump on both and start my packing. And honestly, like a lot of people were hitting me up telling me about all these packing tips and stuff. But also my Instagram is the same thing as my YouTube, Ms. Be Helpful. Everything that I have on social media is the same. It's all Ms. Be Helpful. So yeah, I'm pretty much just going to be packing. But I had a lot of people write to me, and especially on Instagram Live, because I was I mean on Instagram and through DM, because I had asked on my stories like, what packing hacks do y'all have, what, like, you know, how do you pack, what's the best way to do it. And a lot of people were like, oh, you need little packing cubes, and you need to roll everything up, and you need to pack things tight, and like just so many different things. But so I tried a few of them, and I have like pretty much all the stuff that I need to take with me set aside. I started practicing the packing and I got it down, so now I'm actually gonna like put everything together. So I ended up, yes, getting some packing cubes. I didn't buy these or anything. These were like ones that I had that I've never really used. And so I figured, you know, this is the first big long trip that I'm taking, so I'm gonna use the little packing cubes. I'm probably only gonna use the little one and like the medium sized one. There's another big one that I'm not gonna fit it in the duffel bag, so I'm not gonna use it. And then I have, for those of y'all who were watching my Instagram stories, I had a whole bunch of Ziploc bags left over that I haven't used for my meal prep. So I'm going to be using these little Ziploc bags to put stuff in as well. And yeah, just trying to like pack everything in tight, make sure it's squished up. Hey, everybody on Instagram Live, this is for YouTube Live mostly that I'm filming right now, but you guys can jump in and ask questions. I'm taking questions either about, you know, anything related to my channel and the stuff that I've been posting, or related to my trip and my budget. I leave on Saturday, so it's crunch time, and I'm gonna just like pack everything as I go and try to, like, you know, talk to you guys and take questions and stuff. Thank you, Alberto. Everybody's over here being so nice. Safe travels. People are so kind. Like, I had gotten so many messages of people saying, when you get to Europe, you know, make sure that you do this, make sure you do that, make sure you travel safe, make sure you have this and that, and just like enjoy your trip. You deserve it. You've worked so hard. I've been following your channel for so long, and it's so nice to see you get this trip. You deserve it. And so, like, all that stuff is so nice. Like, it just made me feel so good, you know. I just want to say thank you to everybody for all of the positive words, for all the inspiration and encouragement and motivation, because it definitely hypes me up, and it definitely makes me feel like all the hard work that I'm doing and like posting stuff online and all of that is worth it, because you guys actually do care, and you're actually really kind when you see what I'm up to. So, to my packing cubes, I have the little one and then I have the medium one. So I'm gonna show you guys what I'm putting and what exactly I'm taking. So I have a lot of stuff. I mean, I packed once and then I unpacked everything and took out a bunch of stuff and was like, okay, I'm not taking that. I'm not taking that, because it just doesn't fit. Like, I can't put everything that I want to take. So my first tip when you're packing is to put everything that you want to take out, and then like set it aside and have it all out, and then do something else for like 10 or 15 minutes or whatever, for like a couple hours. Go handle something that you have to handle. Come back, and when you come back to it, take stuff away, because it's kind of like when you write a paper and then you forget about it, and then you come the next day and you start editing it, you start to realize, you start taking things out, you start to revise it, and you start to make it better, and you pick mistakes out that you didn't realize you put in there when you first typed it. So it's the same thing. You have all this stuff and you think you need it all, but when you look at it again, there's a lot of things that you're going to take off that you're probably not going to include. Hey, everybody on Instagram Live, thanks for joining. Again, this is mostly for YouTube Live, but I'll answer questions on both. I'm just going to be packing and putting things away for my trip, because I leave in 2 days, so it's crunch time. All right, so pretty much have my packing bags. Let me show you guys what I actually am going to take with me on this trip. So I have one long pair of black pants that it's not super thick. It's kind of thin. They're really nice. They have like, you know, like a bow on the front, which means like I can dress them up. I can also dress them down. So this is just like one all-purpose pair of black pants. So I'm taking those. I also have another pair of long-ish pink pants that I really like. I've had these for a long time. I'm taking these as well. And these are like a little bit under the knee. So just, you know, another long-ish pair of pants that I could wear if I want to. And those are probably going to be the only 2 long ones that I'm going to pack. The day of my trip, when I go to the airport, I'm going to be wearing my long navy blue jeans. So I'm going to have a third option for a long pair of pants, because that pair of jeans is so thick. I don't want to like fold it up. I had an Instagram story the other day that I posted with me like squishing it up and stuffing it into a Ziploc bag. But I feel like that's like so much work for my pair of jeans. So I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wear them to the airport, you know, and take my flight with the jeans on. So that's 3 long pairs of pants, long-ish. Then I have a bunch of pairs of shorts, because hello, I'm going to Europe for the summer, and yeah, like I feel like the weather's gonna be nice, so I gotta wear shorts. Hello from India. Hi, oh my gosh, you're watching all the way from India. That's what's up. One day I will come to India and visit all of you amazing people out there. For now, I'm thinking about the things that I have to pack for like a warm, you know, type of climate, type of weather, because all of July in Spain is not gonna be super cold, so I have to make sure I have things for the summer. So yeah, basically I have one pair of black shorts, another pair of comfortable orange shorts, then I have another pair of shorts, like they're kind of stripes, so I can like dress them up a little bit if I want. I really like shorts and pants that have like the little belt on the front. I don't know why, I just think that's cute. And then I have a pair of like beach shorts, kind of like park shorts, hangout shorts. So yeah, I have 1, 2, that's 4 different pairs of shorts and 3 pairs of long pants. So far we got 7 different pairs of pants. Hi from New Orleans. What's up, y'all? I was just in NOLA actually a few months back for my friend's bachelor party. I love NOLA. NOLA was so fun. How much am I spending? So it kind of depends, and the reason why. So I'm trying not to spend more than like $1,500 total, because that's like how much I would normally you know, like save in a month. I would normally put $1,500 aside in a month. And how I usually do that is, you guys know, you watch my videos, I put hi from LA, hey, what's up, Los Angeles. I would normally put $500 from both paychecks aside into my wealth fund account, which is general taxable saving. And then aside from that, I put money in my Roth IRA, which is $458.33. If you put that every single month, you'll be able to put $5,500 in an IRA. So I do that for my Roth IRA with Betterment. So all of that together is usually about $1,500. So for this month of July, I'm trying to make sure that I put money aside for myself just the way that I would put aside for my future self. So that's why I said $1,500. That being said, I've already put a couple of a little bit over $1,000 aside because I had to pay for the rent, which was a little bit under 1,000, like 900, and my flight I only had to pay like a little bit under 300 because I only paid for one way. To come back, I actually used my credit card rewards points, so I didn't have to spend a ton of money. Hey, what's up again, everybody on Instagram Live? I see you guys hopping in here. Thank you, Michael. Look at this. I freaking love you and miss you. I miss you too, Michael. I miss all my people from high school. Shout out to everybody from LaGuardia, LAG07. I miss high school. I miss all my people from high school. But yeah, so because I usually put aside $1,500, I'm gonna spend that much, and so, or I'm gonna try to spend that much. But so far the trip hasn't been super expensive because I use my credit card miles to buy one way, the way back from Barcelona to New York, and then to go from New York to Barcelona I paid a little bit less than 300, and I was watching the flights to make sure I got a cheap one. So hola desde España. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm gonna be going to Barcelona, but I'm also gonna try to take weekend trips. So I'll see kind of like where I end up going. I really want to take the train and see other cities as well while I'm there. I might as well, since I'm there for a whole month. So hola from España. I don't know who sent that message just now. I saw it, but give me tips to recommend to me. Where should I go as on top of Barcelona, because I've never really spent time there, and I want to be able to travel more than just one city. So okay, I'm gonna show you guys what else I have. So that was 3 pairs of long pants that I'm packing, 2 of them that I'm packing, and 1 of them that I'm gonna be wearing on my body when I go. And then I also have 4 different pairs of shorts. So now I'm gonna show you guys the rompers that I have. So I'm gonna be packing this romper, which is like a little red shorts one, and then I'm also gonna pack a navy blue romper that has little flowers on it, so this can be good for whatever, like going out or going to the beach or hanging out for the day, whatever. They're both really comfortable, and I love rompers because they're super comfortable, and because you don't have to pack a pants and a shirt. It's just like you pack that one thing, and it's kind of like a dress. You just wear that one thing, that's your whole outfit, except that it's not a skirt, it's shorts, which is so much more comfortable when you're walking around, running around, and doing things and walking and stuff like that. Thank you, Fiona, for saying to enjoy my trip and be safe. I'm gonna be as safe as I can, and I'm gonna try my best to enjoy my trip. There's so much to do. I feel like I just don't have enough time. Like 1 month is nice to get away for a month, but I still feel like there's not enough time to do everything that I want to do. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm gonna try to pack everything in. Okay, so I have the 2 rompers as well as all the pants and the shorts. I also have just this one simple white shirt that I'm gonna pack. And that one is more like comfy, like if I'm gonna go somewhere and I'm gonna be sweaty or something, or it's hot, it doesn't have sleeves, so that's good for that. Then I also have 2 regular white shirts just for being, around. This is good for dressing it up, dressing it down. They're both really comfortable, breathable. They're not thick, they're very thin, nice fabrics. And then I have a couple black shirts. This one is really long sleeve, so just in case if it's windy one night or if it's cold or chilly or rainy, whatever, I have a long sleeve black option. And then I also have a sleeveless black shirt, which is a little bit longer. So yeah, I have a couple of options. So that's 5 different shirts. 3 are white, 2 are black. And I'm also gonna be wearing probably another black shirt and a sweater. So I have the sweater, I'm gonna be wearing it to the airport. So what I try to do, this is like, I guess, another tip for when you're packing, is the heaviest things that you have to pack, pull them out of your packing and actually wear them. Even if it's warm, like tie your sweater around your waist or carry it on your arm or something, because then that takes away weight and space from your actual bag, from your duffel. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna wear my thick sweater, and I'm gonna have my my long thick jeans on. Oh my god, there's so many recommendations. I can't wait to read this and to actually go. You can take the train to different cities. Oh yeah, I'm definitely trying to do that. So I'm definitely going to be thinking about how I could wear stuff that's really heavy and thick. Like, I'm only gonna be packing, I have a couple different pairs of shoes, but I have like a bigger pair of like closed toe shoes that I want to wear. They're kind of like sneakers, but they're big and like kind of clunky, not clunky, but like they're big. They take up a lot of space. So I'm gonna wear those to the airport and on the flight, so I don't have to pack them. So that's just like a little trick that I've seen a lot of people do online. They take out the heavy stuff and actually wear it. So these are all my shirts. I'm gonna put those aside. And then I have a bunch of dresses. So I have one black dress, just like up to the knees. And then I have another dress, a white dress that goes up to the knees or a little bit above the knee. I have the same black dress but in blue. Again, this one goes up to the knee. And they're all like really stretchy and thin and comfortable. So it's not like crazy, you know, discomfort when if I'm walking around or if I'm gonna eat or if I'm gonna go do something, I can wear them and they're comfortable. I have this other dress that I wear a lot because it's just really thin and it's super breathable. So this is short, like above the knee, black. And I like thin dresses because they're so easy to pack because they're not thick, they're not heavy and stuff like that. So yeah, it's much easier to pack things that are made of thin fabrics. So that's why I'm packing that stuff. I have another dress that I'm packing, which I wear a lot as well. This one has like a zipper up the front and it's really cute. And then this dress is also really thin. Like the fabric is nice and thin, it's breathable, it's not crazy thick. And the thing I like about this dress is that it has pockets. I love dresses with pockets. So that is definitely a win. So I'm putting this one with the other dresses as well. And then one of the last things that I'm packing in terms of wearing is this romper that I posted on Instagram Live the other day, or Instagram on my stories, that I had to cut the bottom off because the length of the pants was so long. It was like over my toes when I was walking. It was like dragging on the floor. So I just cut it, and on my sewing machine I hemmed I made a new hem. And so now it fits me great. And so I'm gonna wear this one. Is like a long romper, so it's like a spaghetti strap top with long pants. And that I could wear to go out, to go to the beach, to go to dinner, whatever. Like, it's really versatile. Thank you, Disco Couture. She says, have fun on your trip. Thanks, girl. I am just like, everybody has been so nice about this trip. Hi from the UK. Man, you guys are really out all around the world. I have to say this again, like, thank you to everybody, because you guys have been sending me like the most positive messages. Like my DM, I'm about to start screenshotting and posting how nice you guys, like the words, the encouragement, the positivity, that like, oh, you're so inspiring, I want to do this too, like you motivated me to save you, you're the reason I started my Roth IRA, and all this different stuff that just makes me feel like motivated to keep doing this stuff that I do, because this is stuff that I do on the side. And honestly, like, if it helps you guys, great, but like mostly what I'm doing it for is to document what I'm doing and like how I'm learning from what I am doing and what, you know, stuff I'm reading about and learning about. So hi from Florida. Hey, what's up in Florida? So yeah, pretty much if it helps you, great. I'm happy that it's helpful. That's the whole reason why I started the Miss Be Helpful channel. But really, it was also to just track for myself. And I'm really happy that everybody has been so supportive and positive and giving me good feedback. So thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, so you guys saw all the rompers and dresses that I have over here. Oh man, I didn't even count them. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different dresses and rompers. 2 or long ones, 2 short rompers. So that's 8 things. And then I have 4 pairs of shorts, so that's 12, plus 2 pairs of pants. So that's 14 different items. And then that's just for like wearing it every day. So on top of that, I'm gonna be working out. So I have 4 different pairs of leggings and 4 different sports bras. So these are also gonna get packed, and I'm gonna bring these with me as well. And then I have a pair of sneakers for working out. I have 2 different pairs of sandals, and these are really great. I got these two for the price of one when I bought them a few years ago. I think I got them at DSW or something. So I have them in brown and I have them in black, and they're just like flat strappy sandals. They're super comfortable, and I wear them a lot actually. They're really nice, and they don't take a lot of space, so you could just slide them in the side of the luggage, and they're great for trips. So I'm taking those, and then I have flip-flops. Good old comfortable flip-flops that I'm bringing, and a pair of flats that I really like, and they're comfy and I wear them, you know, a lot. So I'm bringing these flats as well. So all that stuff is gonna get stuffed into the bag. On top of all the pants and all the shirts, I have a couple different bras and a bunch of underwear that I'm packing as well, and socks. So I'm gonna probably start with that. So I'm gonna show you guys how I pack my socks and my undies, because that stuff is small and it's easy to get out of the way. So with my undies, what I did was I folded them into little boxes. I literally just folded every single thing into a little box. So they're super cute. I wear like boyfriend briefs. They're super comfortable. And so I have a bunch of them. But I basically folded them all into like a little tiny cube, a little box, and then I just stacked them all up. So I have all my little underwear in a little stack of boxes here, of little, you know, cubes. And then I'm going to put those in the tiny little packing cube that I showed you guys before, the smaller one out of those. And then the socks are going to go in a Ziploc bag. So I have like 10 different pairs of socks here. One pair of fuzzy socks that are comfortable, and all the rest are just like short ankle socks, and a mix of colors and stuff. So I'm just gonna put those in a Ziploc bag. And the way that I do it, I literally just took my socks, put them one on top of the other, and folded them in half. And then I put them in there like pancakes. I just try to make them as flat as possible. So that's what I'm doing. I started with the bottom corner, and then I put one on each side, and then I just stack them up on top of each other. So it's actually, I mean, it doesn't take a long time, but the reason why I like doing this is because it comes out flat instead of balling the socks up like the way I usually do it when I take it out the laundry, is like that. And then it's just like, it takes up more space that way. So that's why I like doing it this way. So made it flat like a little pancake, and then put it inside there. So I have like 2 layers. You guys can see I have like the one layer of black on the bottom and then the white socks on top. So I have like 2 little layers, and then I just flatten them. Try to get it as flat as possible. So I'm gonna do the same thing again. And once I'm done with that, I'm gonna zip the bag closed, and I try to get all the air out of the bag. So just squishing it down. Then this is easy to just slide into the side of the bag, because it's flat. So you can just like slide it in to any of the sides of the bag when you pack it. So you can see there's literally no air in that bag at all. And that's all my socks. So that's one bag. That was easy. And then I'm gonna do undies. I'm probably gonna put the undies in my tiny little packing cube. And I'm just gonna do, I don't know if you guys can see what I'm doing here, but I'm basically just gonna start putting it on the side of the cubes like this. All my little stack of undies. And again, I folded these into little tiny boxes, and I'm just gonna put them like that. So that is a little bit less than half of the packing cube. And so now I'm just gonna fold all my shirts and put them in there too. So I'll add my shirts in a second. I'm gonna put my bras separate in a Ziploc bag so that they have, you know, their own space, because sometimes bras get ruined when they get like squished, especially if you have like a cup, like a thick cup. So I'm just gonna put these in their own bag. And I had to get new underwear, you guys, for this trip, because some of my underwear was so old. I hadn't bought new underwear since like college or high school even, jeez. Some of my underwear was like way too old. Okay, so this is gonna go in a Ziploc bag. And again, when I put it in a Ziploc bag, I just try to take all the air out. And then just zip it. So there are the bras, that was easy. And then I'm gonna do the same thing actually with my shoes, because I don't wanna put dirty shoes with everything else. Where are you going? I'm going to Europe. I'm gonna be in Barcelona for a whole month, or traveling around Spain, but let's see. Pray you have a blessed trip. Thank you. Somebody's birthday, happy birthday. Jose, happy birthday, Jose. Rosie said you helped me out so much. Thank you. You're welcome, Rosie. I feel like a lot of people have been giving me that feedback. I'm so glad that the stuff that I post is actually helpful, because some people, man, you'd be surprised, you know, how many trolls be on my videos. Sometimes I'd be like, are people even watching this stuff and actually getting help from it? All right, so yeah, that's pretty much what I did with my underwear, because it's easy and quick. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my shoes. I'm gonna put them in a Ziploc bag, and I just put them one on top of the other, either like this or one backwards facing the other one, because that way they kind of flatten out a little bit. And then I put these in a Ziploc bag, and again, take all the air out of the bag when you zip it. So that's that done. And then I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start folding my shirts. I'm gonna show you guys how I'm folding my shirts. This is like a combination of like Marie Kondo's like packing tight stuff, and also just like, you know, trying to put everything as small as possible. talk about credit card, travel credit cards like the Amex, PRG, or Platinum card. What exactly are the airline incidental fees that you can use the $100 and $200 credit on? I don't have either of those cards, so I don't know exactly what you can use the incidental fees on. I'm assuming it's like, yeah, baggage fees, or changing your reservation or something like that. Those are usually the things that credit cards offer. But what I'll say is every single card is different. A lot of people tend to think that if you get a credit card for travel, that the terms and conditions are going to be the same with a different travel credit reward card, because they're all travel cards. That's not true. Depending on the card, depending on the company, depending on the bank, depending on the airline, you might have totally different rules and totally different terms and conditions. One airline might have incidental fee coverage for certain things, and another airline maybe not even cover that. So it really just depends on what card it is, which means that you have to do your research. Type the card into Google, look at the application, read all the details about it, or look at videos about it online, and start to see what exactly does it cover. And if you're not sure, type it in. Does this card cover this and this and that with incidental fees? And then you'll start to see a bunch of people in the forums, on different websites and chats, talking about whether it's covered or not. And a lot of people start to put like whether they had trouble with it, how was it, if they could easily access the incidental money or not, and all of that. So you'll get an idea of people that are actually using the card and how it's going for them before you even apply. So just like do your research before you put in your application. Love your channel. Thank you so much, Kati. I appreciate that. I'm gonna show you guys how I fold my shirts. I just literally take them and fold them into either 3 pieces or half, and then fold them into a tiny little cube again. So hey Bella, I see you, girl. What's up? Always showing me love, man. Bella, thank you, always showing me love. So yeah, pretty much I want to fold them in half, and then once I fold it in half, I can fold it in half again, and then fold it into a little cube. So the little cubes are pretty much gonna be like tiny little boxes like this. So it's like a little present. And this is like the Marie Kondo thing, as well as like some other people who say like it's good to put yourself in little cubes and little boxes. So that's gonna be like pretty much my method for all the shirts that I pack. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Somebody said, how long after I apply for a credit card will my credit line increase? So usually 30 to 60 days, usually a month, or no, oh my gosh, hold on, let me finish my thought. I'd be all over the place. So usually like 30 to 60 days. It shouldn't take more than 2 months for it to increase your credit limit, or your total credit available to you, because once you get approved for that card, let's say you had a $500 credit card and then you apply for a new card and it's $1,500. Within that month, once they issue that credit card and it comes in the mail, you're gonna see that your total credit available on like Credit Karma or something, it's gonna show $2,000. So that credit available is gonna be bigger right away, which is gonna mean that however much you spent, let's say you spent $100, 100 out of 500 is a higher utilization than 1,000 out of, than 100 out of 2,000. So the more your limit is, the utilization is gonna be better, because you're not spending so much out of your limit if they give you more available. So that's why it's nice when you apply for a new card, because it helps you a little bit in that area. But also just remember about the hard inquiry, which I talk about a lot of that stuff on my channel, so you already know what to expect. I don't have any credit and I want to move into an apartment or condo. Can I do it without having credit? It depends where you are. Some like no credit needed apartments are available if you have like a guarantor, or if you have, I don't know, there's different regulations and different rules in different places. But I would say it's harder if you don't have credit established for yourself, because either you're not going to be able to do it by yourself, or you're going to, have to go through, process and pay more at the end of the day. Because when you don't have credit, it's the same as having bad credit. It's just, what it means is that you're a risk, and they don't know if they can trust you. They don't know if they can lend you money, if you're going to pay them back. So having no credit is pretty much the same as having bad credit. So you want to at least establish some kind of credit for yourself. What travel card do I recommend? I have 2. I have the JetBlue rewards card, and I have the, and that one is with MasterCard. It used to be with Amex, but it changed. And then I also have the Capital One rewards card. And with the Capital One rewards card, I don't use it that much. I mean, I don't use it like only for traveling. So I don't use it that much for like buying like flights and like booking like hotels and stuff. I mostly just use it for like everything that I'm gonna pay for throughout the month. My Metro card, my cell phone bill, my groceries, literally everything, because I'm trying to maximize getting those points back. And at the end of the day, the more you spend, the more points you have. But I don't want to just go spending on random things. So I put all my bills and like everything that I have to pay for on my JetBlue card, and that's the one that I usually use. But whenever I have a flight or something that's not with JetBlue, then at that point I like to go and use my Capital One card, because the Capital One card has um, allows you to use your miles and your points with any airline. So unlike my JetBlue card, I have to fly JetBlue with the points that I earn on that card. With the Capital One card, I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it like that. I could just like buy a flight with any airline and use my points from that. So I use that whenever I book flights that are not JetBlue flights. Since I'm not going to get the JetBlue points on the JetBlue card, I might as well get them on the Capital One card. So that was a really good question. It just also depends. A lot of people got the Sapphire Preferred or whatever, like all those cards. But the thing with that is that the annual fee is so high that I just like avoided it, because I don't want to be paying that annual fee forever, especially not right now because I don't travel that much. But if you travel a lot for work, or if you travel a lot personally, the Sapphire card obviously might make sense for you, because you're going to be able to use all the perks and the rewards and, the stuff that they offer you. So I don't travel that much. It doesn't make sense for me. If you travel a lot, that might make more sense for you. So it really just depends on what you're looking for. Am I exchanging cash here, or when you get overseas, do they generally accept our US cards over there? They generally do accept most cards. I think it just depends. Like there's certain cards that they don't accept. So sometimes American Express is not accepted abroad, some places. And so it just depends. I'm not necessarily planning to spend a lot of money when I'm there, unless I'm only probably on the weekends when I'm taking trips. So most of what I'll be doing is like sightseeing and enjoying like the actual city. So I'll probably leave. I'm gonna go to the bank tomorrow on Friday before I leave and see if they can give me a better exchange rate, because a lot of people online have been saying that if you exchange your cash for at like one of the little exchange booths at the airport, or when you get over there, that the exchange rate is the same, but the fees are more expensive. So if you could go to your bank like a couple days before you fly out and tell them that you're flying, and let them know, so that there's no like, I don't know, sometimes if you swipe your credit card abroad, they might think that it's like fraud, or that your card was stolen, it's suspicious activity, and so they might freeze your card. So it's better if you don't freeze your card, and if you instead of freezing your card, that you just tell them that you're traveling, so that they know. So when your card swipes in Barcelona randomly in July, they're not going to think it's fraud, and they're not going to freeze your account. They'll just be like, oh yeah, she told us she was traveling. And they can also help you with getting cash at a good rate from the bank. I have $144 in collection. Should I pay it off or leave it alone? You should definitely pay it off. And the reason why a lot of people say don't ever pay your collections is because there's like you can like look up the rules depending on the type of credit that it is. You can look up the rules that say basically that you can wait, like, I don't know if it's 7 years or something like that, and then you don't have to pay it off or something after your collection after it's been in collections for so long. But that's just so bad for your credit. Man, your credit report is really gonna be terrible. It's not worth it. So don't get into the habit of doing that, because it's not worth it for your score. And especially being that a lot of times those marks, derogatory marks, and defaulting and stuff like that, that takes such a long time to remove it from your credit report. You can't just get it removed one day to the next. So it's a process. You have to write letters, you have to like dispute, you have to pay it. The easiest way is just literally pay it and be done with it. Bella says she always calls her credit card so they don't freeze it. Yup, same. I just like call them and tell them, hey, I'm gonna be traveling to these and these places. If I swipe my card there, please don't think it's suspicious activity. It's legit like me buying stuff for my trip. So definitely a good call to like pick up the phone and let them know. I had a 520 credit score 18 months ago. I put my head down and got serious. I utilized some of your tips along with my own research, and now it's at 772. That's amazing. From a 520, woo. I just want to say thank you. Appreciate your help. You are so welcome. That was on Instagram Live. Thank you so much for that comment. Like when people's credit scores jump hundreds of points, man, that just goes to show that you don't have to pay for credit repair. Most of the time, there's people out here. Everybody has a friend who got some credit repair side hustle And it's just like, ugh, look, respect to you for helping people with their credit. But at the end of the day, I don't think people should go out and pay money to repair their credit when there's ways to do it by yourself. So I definitely think that, you know, it's easy to just take care of it yourself. Like, it's really not that serious to go and pay somebody to do something that you could probably do. Unless you absolutely do not have time and you have money, then fine, whatever, pay. I don't, you know, that's on you. But if you can't necessarily dish out the cash and you have some time, like, just spend the time, research what it takes, and just get it done. Here's my little gift box. This is a white t-shirt I just made into a little box. Rosie Stewart says, yeah, you really don't. I'm telling y'all, don't pay for that stuff. It's really not worth it. Let's see what else I got over here. Does it take 6 months to gain a FICO score? It depends. It depends. If it's a student loan, if it's a personal loan, if you get a credit builder account, you can establish credit within less than 6 months. It just really depends on what type of credit you've established, and what exactly the application process looks like, and how quickly do they report to the bureaus. So when you're applying for something, ask, hey, how long will it take for this to show up on my credit report, and when do you report to the credit bureaus? Ask those questions, because that way you know how long it's going to take, and they'll help you decide if you want to apply there or not. Talk about the credit limit to income ratio. For example, a 720 to 750 average credit score, making around $25,000. What given credit limit in your opinion on average, plus or minus? Okay, so here's what I would say. Don't get so crazy about the credit to income ratio unless you are applying for some sort of like package deal with your loan, like refinancing or consolidation. When you apply for stuff like that, they definitely look at your credit and how much your debt is compared to your income. If you have a lot of debt and you have a low income, then obviously it's going to be worrisome to the person that's lending you money to consolidate your loans, because they're going to be like, what you can if you make $25,000 and you have $100,000 in debt, it's going to be very hard for you to pay off that $100,000 anytime soon. So if they lend it to you to pay it off and then you owe them back, they might not see their money. So it's not really worth it for them to lend to people whose income is very, very low compared to the debt that they owe. So 2 things. If your debt is really high, then you need to make sure you get a high income. What does that mean? That means start hustling. Ask for a raise at your job as often as you can. Perform your butt off and make sure that every time there's a performance-based salary increase, you on the line for it. Get another job. Try not to have debt. Obviously, that's like the first thing. Who said that? T.Y. Obviously, try not to have debt, but like there's gonna be instances where some people just have the debt. Like if you go to college, or if you get if you had to take out a loan to travel or something. I don't know. People have lives. If you're medical, if you have a medical situation and you had to take out a loan to pay for medical bills, people live lives, man. Life is crazy. It throws things at you, and it's a wild ride. So I'm not trying to say you should never have that. I had a ton of debt. Like my story starts with all the debt that I had. But at the end of the day, it's about being strategic. If you know, I'm trying to stuff this and it's not gonna fit, so I'm gonna start a new thing here. If you know that you can't necessarily pay your debt that you have with just the income that you have, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to start thinking about increasing that income. And that might mean that you get a second job. That might mean that you start working a part-time job on weekends and you have your regular full-time job. That might mean that you start, babysitting, walking dogs, driving Uber or Lyft. There's a lot of different ways to make money out here. I can't necessarily drive Uber or Lyft because I don't have my driver's license. Shame on me, but I need to learn how to drive. So basically, you have to think about how to supplement your income with as much more money as you possibly can in order to, get your money up. Like if you have debt, you have to get your money up. That's the only way. The last thing I'll say is that if you are working in service, in public service, so if you work in education, if you work in different like government positions or stuff like that, if you work in service, if you're a social worker, a teacher, something like that, there is a 10-year forgiveness program that you should definitely think about if it makes sense for you. If you know that you're going to be a teacher for the next 10 years, or you know that you're going to be a social worker for the next 10 years guaranteed, then you definitely want to think about the loan forgiveness program, which is a federal program that allows you to just pay your minimum balances on all your student loan payments for the next 10 years. And then you can basically, whatever amount is left after that on your loans, they will forgive it because of the fact that you've been working in public service for 10 years. So that is definitely something to consider. I'm like, I don't know how productive I'm being because I'm like talking so much, but like basically you guys can see I'm just taking all my shirts and making them into little boxes. And then I'm putting the little boxes one on top of the other. And actually that one I might have to do a little bit longer because I'm gonna put it across the bottom. Here we go. All right, so almost done with my shirts. So yeah, that is pretty much what I would say. Is it really depends. I have a lot of people always write to me and ask me like, what am I supposed to do if my income is not that high? Like, I don't have a high income. I'm just like, you gotta bring in more money. You gotta bring in more money. That's how to do it. And if you're limited for time or for resources, or if you're not able-bodied and there's a lot of things that make it so that you can't necessarily bring in a lot of income, then you have to think about your support systems. You have to think about your whole family. If you support your kids and they're all living in your house, they better have jobs, and they better be giving you something every month for the rent, even if it's $50, $100. Like, I think people need to start thinking about like their community as a whole. Like, your family is like, y'all are a unit, and everybody has to contribute. You know, my dad in my house, my little brother still lives in my house. He's in his 20s, and he helps out with the bills because you're living here rent free. You better help out with something. And so every little bit helps. And I think that's a big thing, is that as parents get a little older, they want their kids to have an easier life than they have. And so sometimes it's like, oh, I don't want my kid to have to pay for anything. But if you're putting yourself in debt so that your kid can avoid debt, it's like, you got to see it as a collective debt. It's like your family, again, is a unit. So as a family, y'all have debt. So you might want to think more about, okay, how can I make sure that we're all doing something to avoid a collective debt? Think of it like that. I applied for my first credit card. My credit score took a major hit. I didn't understand utilization, and I was spending 100%. Woo! You know what? That's what I did. When I got my first credit card in my freshman year, it was $1,500 from Bank of America. It was a student rewards card, a cashback card. And it was $1,500 credit limit. And I went and spent $1,500 on that card. It was probably the worst thing I've ever done with my credit, because it was just like immediately really bad. But I didn't know. I didn't even check my score. I didn't know anything about it. I just thought, oh, I have this much money I can spend. So that's what I did. I spent all that money. How long will it take to restore my credit score? Basically, it depends on what exactly you're doing to restore it. If you're removing things off of your credit report, it'll show pretty quickly on your credit report. Once it's removed, I would say the next month, it'll probably show an increase. But it really just depends on what exactly it means that you're doing. Bella says, when are you leaving? I'm leaving on Saturday night. So that means today's Thursday. I got Friday and then Saturday in the morning a little bit, and then I fly out. So my schedule is crazy packed. And I was in Philly this morning. I'm going to be in Philly again tomorrow for a youth conference with a nonprofit out there. I'm going to be based at Temple University, which means that I have to travel there, then travel back, and then I leave on Saturday. So it's going to be a little crazy. Sorry, y'all. Instagram Live, I'm like coming in and out because I'm mostly looking at my other camera, which is doing YouTube, but I'm here, y'all. Just graduated from high school, and I want to create a credit score. What do you recommend for me? I definitely recommend thinking about a credit builder account, because it helps you save money. So if you establish your credit builder account, oh man, I got a lot of messages on here. If you establish your credit builder account, you basically put in, let's say $50 every month, $50. And then after 12 months, after a year, you get like most of your money back. And so you establish an emergency fund within a year. And it also reports every time you send $50 or whatever your amount is every month, it reports it to the credit bureaus. So you establish credit and you save money at the same time. So it's a really great thing for somebody who's like 18, just graduated, doesn't really know what to do, doesn't necessarily feel ready for a credit card. A credit builder account is a great way to do it. Don't take your credit cards with you everywhere when you leave home. Yeah, I think that's also a good point. I did a video a while back from a Q&A from somebody that said that I left my credit cards at home when I first started saving money, and I wasn't taking them with me. And that's honestly how I stopped spending so crazy, because I used to spend money every chance I got, and now I'm like a lot less wild with my cards. What do you recommend to be debt free from credit cards? Pay more than the minimum every month. If you pay that minimum balance only, you're never going to get out of debt. It's going to take you years and years and years, because you're paying so much in interest. The minimum payment is for people who don't care that they're in debt and don't want to get out of debt. Or for a short period of time, if you can't afford to make more, to make a higher payment. But if you can afford to make a higher payment, pay it aggressively and get out of that debt. What do you think about people who say, to not have any debt, how can I build my credit score without taking loans? I think it's a little ridiculous for people to think that you walk around without any debt ever in life. There's going to be a point where you might need something that you can't afford completely. Take debt responsibly and take out debt responsibly. Know what your interest rate is. Know if it's affordable for you. Don't ever take more than you can afford to pay back in you know, a certain number of years. If your goal is to be debt free in 3 years, then don't take more than what your income would be in like a year, because that's going to be too crazy for you to pay. That might take you like 10 years or more to pay back. So if you're going to college, think about, you know, what salary you're going to get when you get out of college. Let's say you become a teacher. You're probably going to get like a $50,000 salary. So don't borrow more than $50,000 to go to college, because then your debt is going to be higher than your income. And that's a terrible debt to income ratio, which we talked a little bit about earlier. So you don't want to be in that situation. Do you have any experience with business credit cards for an LLC? I don't. I have not ever founded an LLC. I've never had a business credit card of my own. But a lot of the people that I know that have small businesses like American Express business cards, I don't necessarily know, you know, what all the different offers are. So it just really depends, I guess, on what the terms are and if you can get a super low interest rate. Business credit cards actually do offer lower interest rates than college credit cards, student credit cards do. So that's already one way that you're winning. Because of you, I got my credit score up to 710. Yo, that's amazing. That's amazing. Congratulations. And honestly, I didn't do that. You did that. I just gave you some tips and you followed them. So congrats to you for getting your credit score up that high. Would you ever finance a car? No, I would not. I just do not think a car is worth getting debt for. I personally don't view a car as something that is more than just a necessity to get from A to B. If I need to get somewhere and I need a car to get there, that's all it is. It's not something that means more than that to me. A lot of people think so highly of cars. Like I definitely don't. I just think it doesn't really matter. Most of the time it's going to be parked and like it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't show how much money I have or what kind of person I am. A car is not that important. So if and when I ever do get a car, I would pay it with full cash, save up to the point where I can afford it, and not you know, ever really finance, because it's not worth it for me. It's just not worth it. Yeah, who's that? Kaida says car equals liability. Yeah, definitely it does. And the second that you drive your car off that lot, after you bought it, it's worth less than it was worth 5 minutes ago when you first saw it. So versus real estate, where investments, when you invest in them, they grow over time, unlike a car. Do you know anything about credit unions? I don't necessarily I don't have any memberships to credit unions. I have a friend who is a part of a credit union. I think credit unions essentially are just a way for you to, if you don't want to support private corporations and you're like tired of big companies that make a lot of profit off of everyday people, then you can go to a credit union. It's a nonprofit, and the people who own it, it's a collective unit, or it's members. So it's usually going to offer lower interest rates. It's usually going to offer better, you know, deals and stuff like that. So credit unions are never a bad thing. It's just that sometimes there are more competitive products available with like bigger banks, because they can afford to offer, you know, certain things that sometimes credit unions can't really offer. So it really just depends on what your goals are. If you're trying to open a savings account, definitely check out a credit union and look at the interest rate and see if it's higher than, you know, 1.5, 1.6%. Thank you for all those compliments I'm getting. Would you recommend taking a loan to be free from credit card debt? If the loan has a much lower interest rate than the credit card debt interest rate, yes. That's actually what I did. When I had all my credit card debt, my interest rates were like over 20%. I had like a 23% interest on one of my cards, which is insane. So what I did was I borrowed money from a lender, and I used it to pay off all the credit cards, and then I just paid them every month. And the interest rate was much lower with the personal loan than it was with the credit cards. It was way less than 23%. I think it was like 7 or 9%. You were about to ask that? Okay, awesome. I'm glad I got to that. Definitely will be saving until I can afford the truck I want. Yep, it is definitely more worth it to pay for it with cash, and not, if you can afford to pay something with cash or to save up for it and then get it, do that. Always, it's better. Okay, so I'm almost done with all of my shirts. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm being so productive, because I'm really not. I'm talking more than I am working. But if you guys can see here, I have already packed up this little one with all of my undies folded into tiny little boxes, all of my t-shirts folded into boxes. I think that's 5 different shirts and a bunch of different underwear. And then I also have the socks that I put in the Ziploc baggie. Don't forget about that. So this super flat little Ziploc bag is full of 10 different pairs of socks. So I'm gonna put these socks right on top there. Actually, I might put it this way. Better. All right, like that better. So this little bag is packed. Now, I love these little cubes. They're so great. And actually, this is the first time that I'm using these little packing cubes. So thank you to all the people that told me on Instagram, they DM me to get some packing cubes. I didn't even buy these. Somebody gave them to me and they were lying around and hadn't been used. So I was like, oh, perfect. I'm gonna put them to good use. So this is all of my undies and my shirts that I'm gonna be bringing on the trip in one bag, and my socks. I forgot that I put them on top. So that's done. And then now I'm gonna fold up. So I have a bathing suit that I have 2 bottoms for this bathing suit and 1 top. So I'm just gonna put this bathing suit by itself into a little Ziploc bag so that when I need to find it, I can just locate it easily. Shout out to Miss Be Helpful. Thank you for the shout out. Y'all are so sweet. You guys are like the nicest friends ever to have. Instagram Live. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I see so many people up on the Instagram waving. I'm waving at y'all back. Have you ever thought about providing a line classes or writing a book? Ooh, online classes, I'm assuming. You know what? I would like to do that one day, but here's the problem that I have with online classes and ebooks and stuff like that right now. I think that people who cannot afford to pay for that stuff sometimes end up feeling trapped and feeling like they have to invest in that in order to learn. And what I really like about YouTube is that I can post up my videos and everybody can watch them for free. So I think one day eventually I will probably get into that. But I think right now I'm all about making my content free. Yo, I don't think it's fair that, like, if you can afford to pay for courses and ebooks and stuff like that, then you get information and other people don't because they can't afford it. That's just not right. And most of my life I spent not being able to afford things that I needed. So I'm trying to keep my content free, yo. That's just what I'm trying to do. That's why I rock with YouTube, and that's why I rock with Instagram and stuff like that, because it is free. Hey, did my packing tips work, Joshua? Yes, thank you so much. And you know what? Somebody else, not Joshua, but somebody else sent me a link to this guy named Ito or Uso or something, or Udo or Bo or something on Instagram, on YouTube. I'm gonna post the link to his channel under, because his channel was amazing. He's like a packing guru. So, okay, I have my little bathing suit here on the side, and yeah, I looked at a lot of his videos, and he like packs everything up into tight little boxes like the way that I'm doing. So I kind of use his method in combination with some of the other methods like Marie Con and stuff like that. So yes, thank you so much for sending me those tips. A lot of people said put your socks and undies in your shoes, which I'm gonna do for my sneakers, but I can't necessarily do that because I have a lot of flat sandals. If you guys saw the shoes that I showed you earlier. So yeah, I can't really put my underwear and my socks in here because this is like, there's nowhere to put it. So that tip is great, but like for me, I'm probably not gonna do it as much for this trip because I'm packing for summer. So a lot of sandals and stuff like that. I see some more questions on the live. Do you own property? Not yet. Real estate is definitely something I'm interested in getting into. You know, probably in my early 30s, I will. Let's see. I really appreciate you streaming in the evening. Most of us got home from work and can't watch during the day. You're welcome. I think streaming in the evening is the way to go. Like, people, you know, during the day it's nice, but if you want people to come in live, I feel like the evening is the way to go. And honestly, if I do ever post stuff during the day, you guys can watch it later, but it's nice to have you guys actually jump in here and talk to me in the moment. Happy to be here. Sandy, thank you for being here. Beautiful accent. So many people always ask me about my accent. I told you guys in one of my videos, my Get to Know Me video, that my accent is Brooklyn Dominican. That's what I call my accent. Let's see. I'm physically disabled, so a car is not in the cards for me, and that's fine. Who's that? Katie? You know what? If a car is not in the cards for you, then that's fine. That's money that you don't have to spend on that you can put into something else that you might need, that might help you. And especially a lot of people actually buy cars that they can't necessarily afford the car that they have. So the fact that you don't necessarily need to invest in a car right now, or that you don't need to have one, you know, you can see that as one extra area of money that you can put towards something else that you want or something else that you need. So thanks for sharing that with us, Katie. Really appreciate you streaming. Hi from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. I want to go there one day. Hi from St. Louis. Welcome. Have a blessed night, everybody. Yes, have a blessed night. That was a very sweet comment. Hi from Atlanta. What's up, Atlanta? ATL. Okay, so how soon after opening up your first credit card can you open a new card without getting a hard inquiry? I would say do not open anything new within 6 months. Who's that? Hey, Gab. 6 months apart. Because what happens is if you open it before 6 months and then you do another one before 6 months, you're going to have more than two in a year. And you never want to have more than two hard inquiries in a year. If you have three, you know, let that be the maximum and try not to hit three. Try to only have two. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to my packing situation because now I moved on from the little cube. I have the little cube done. I'm gonna do the medium cube now. And the medium cube is gonna have all of my, what is it gonna have, man? I'm already forgetting. It's gonna have all of my dresses, or actually some of my dresses, because some of them I'm gonna put in Ziploc baggies like I showed you guys that I was doing before. So I'm gonna start by putting these, yeah, I'm gonna put these in Ziploc bags because I feel like this is stuff that I wear a lot that I'm gonna wanna be able to find it quickly, and I wanna put it in its own bag. So I'm just gonna fold it in half this way, and then I'm gonna fold it in a little bit more, just like in half again, the long way, and then fold it in half this way, and then fold it into either 3 or 4 pieces. So we'll see how many pieces it gives for. Okay, so that looks like, that's like 3, that's 4 folds. So I'm gonna put this in a little bag by itself. I could probably put a little bit, I could probably do like 3, but 3 folds in there instead, but that's okay. So I just put it in a little Ziploc bag, and then again, I'm gonna spread it out a little so that I can get all the air out. And then, yeah, close this one. I need to figure out this vlogging thing because a lot of people keep asking me to vlog, but I don't know, man. I'm not a vlogger. I just I turn on my camera and I just talk to you guys. So I don't know. I'm gonna try to figure out the vlogging thing, like how much is too much and when do I carry my camera around with me. Katina says, great idea to pack like that. Girl, it wasn't my idea. I'm not that smart. I got this idea from everybody on Instagram who I asked for packing hacks, and a bunch of people gave me packing hacks. Look how flat this is, super flat, so I can slide it on the side of my bag or whatever. So that's another thing that was super easy. And I'm gonna do the same thing with my romper that I had to sew the hem on it. So I'm actually gonna fold this one in half just like I did the other one, and then fold it in half this way. And I'm gonna fold it in half again this way. I'm just trying to get like long skinny rectangles and then fold them into tiny little cubes after that. That's pretty much the goal. That is the goal. So I'm gonna do like that, and then probably do like 3 folds here. I feel like would be good. Yeah. So that's gonna go in its own Ziploc bag. So yeah, Ziplocs are my best friend. I had a lot of Ziplocs left over from my meal prep, so this is great because I didn't have to throw them out or, you know, not use them or take them with me because I don't think I'm gonna need them over there necessarily. So yeah, it's good that I was able to use them here. So just getting all the air out of my Ziploc bag by pressing down on it. If I was on the floor right now, I would sit on it. Put all my butt weight, put all my weight on it from my butt on top of it, but I'm not sitting, so I'll just push down with my hand. Thanks to everybody who just joined me on Instagram Live. What's up, everybody? I have a YouTube channel about perfumes. Ooh, very nice. I will definitely check it out. Although I'm not really a perfume girl, I don't know. I definitely feel like perfumes are something that is nice to have, but I'm just like, what favorite perfumes? I am obsessed with this one perfume, though, I will tell you. The one that I get every year for Christmas. I never buy it myself because, again, I just feel like I don't want to spend my own money on perfumes. It's not that important. But when people ask me what I want for Christmas, if they ever, you know, for Christmas, usually my family we do like a Secret Santa. And I always put the same thing. It is Japanese Cherry Blossom from Bath and Body Works. Not the Body Shop, because the Body Shop has one that does not smell good and it's still called the same thing, Japanese Cherry Blossom, but it doesn't smell the way that I like. I like the Bath and Body Works Japanese Cherry Blossom, and I get the body splash, the spritz, and the actual perfume too. And they also have a lotion. Here's another one, super flat and thin, can squeeze into the side somewhere. So that's that. I'm gonna do all my dresses now in here, and then I'm also gonna do my workout stuff and maybe even my rompers and my pants can go in here. I think I could probably fit everything. I'm ambitious right now. I'm gonna make it work. How do you manage your bills, your apartment and stuff while you are gone? So actually, you know what? Who said that? Pursue pretty events. I'll tell you right now in a second. Um, Sorry, I have this like, I have both of these channels on at the same time. You should make an ebook or a Udemy course. Thank you. That's a really good suggestion. It's something that I will definitely, you know, consider when I'm ready to do an ebook or online course. Okay, so how do I manage all my bills and apartment and stuff while I'm gone? The timing worked out perfectly so that the lease for the studio that I'm in right now, the apartment that I'm in, which I came to after the fire that I had last year, this apartment lease is up in June of 2018. So the last day of June, which is this Saturday, is the last day of my lease, and that is the day that I fly out. So I don't actually have to worry about the apartment at all. And if you guys know about New York, renting in New York is actually a very quick process. You look around, you find something, you take it, and like you move in within a week. So I'm not necessarily worried about when I come back. I want to check to see if the building that I'm in now still has apartments available when I come back. But if not, then I'm just going to have to find an apartment that's within my budget when I come back. Let's see. Do I train body weight, weights, or both? Y'all, do I look like I train weights? I don't have no muscles on these little arms. I like to do weights, like free weights. I like to do like anywhere from 15 to 20, 25 pounds. I like to do like a lot of deadlifts because I feel like that's good for your back. Like that helps me with my legs, my arms, like everything. I feel like I get like a full body thing when I do deadlifts. I don't necessarily do lifting all the time. When I work out, I do cardio a lot. I do a lot of dance workout classes, and I do a lot of like different types of like strength training. So like a lot of I like boxing. I just started doing boxing recently. Actually, I have my little where did I put them? My little boxing thingies, gloves that I'm gonna bring with me. These are gonna come with me to Spain because I'm gonna do some boxing on the beach, which I'm really excited, and also some like Muay Thai stuff that I saw. So yeah, I like to switch it up. I don't like to do the same kind of workout all the time because, you know, I get kind of bored with working out that way. So mostly cardio, and then a couple of workouts a week I try to do free weights just to, you know, keep my little muscles there, but I don't necessarily do anything crazy. Okay, you guys are pretty good on the comments. So I'm gonna start folding my dresses and stuffing everything in here. With my dresses, I'm gonna do the same exact thing that I've been doing, you guys. I'm just gonna fold my dress in half, and then I'm gonna fold it in half again, and then see if I can get it into a rectangle here. Then I'm gonna fold it either into thirds or into quarters. So with this, I'm gonna probably fold it into 4, and that's gonna be one dress. And then this is that same exact dress again, so I'm gonna do this one too. Ooh, you train boxers? I need to do boxing when I come back. I'm gonna hit you up. I need to do some boxing when I come back. Maybe by then I'll be much better at it because I'm gonna be doing some Muay Thai and some boxing stuff in the beach over there. But I haven't confirmed everything that I'm gonna be working on. Oh, I didn't do it like that. I did it like this. Fold the sleeves in. But yeah, I'm excited for this trip, you guys. Like, I have not had a trip like this where I don't have to work and I don't have any responsibilities and I don't have anything crazy going on. And it's just literally me having a vacation and enjoying my time. So I'm really pumped for this opportunity to do that. I know a lot of people that don't actually get the chance to do this in their life, and a lot of people don't get a chance to do it, period, just because life is wild and it's hard to take time aside from your life. So I'm really grateful that I'm getting this opportunity, that I get to travel, that I get to take time off work, all that stuff. Feeling very grateful. Let's see. I have a personal question. What's the end game for you? You talk a lot about making and saving money. But in the description, what kind of life do you imagine? So I imagine the kind of life where I get to do more stuff like this, where I get to do cool projects, have events where people can come and learn about, you know, different motivational things that I'm working on, whether it's financial or career related or educational I have a lot of different passions, so I feel like I just want to have like an opportunity to have people learn a lot of different things, and for me to learn from other people a lot of different things. And I don't imagine myself like having a lot of kids or like living in a big house. Like I imagine a small simple life where I can like pick up and move anytime I want to. So a lot of minimalism influences in my life. A lot of like, you know, wonderful bag kind of stuff, like trips where I just pack everything into one bag like this, you know, more stuff like this. This is what makes me happy. So basically my end goal is to save enough money so that I don't have to work in order to sustain myself. And that way I don't necessarily think about creating products or services that will bring me money. I'll think about creating products and services that I want to create because I love them and I'm passionate about them and I think people need them. And it doesn't matter if they make me money or not, because that's not necessarily what I need. I have money. So that's like my dream life. You know, today and tomorrow I'm talking to a bunch of students at Temple University, and a lot of times this is through a nonprofit. A lot of times nonprofits don't have the funding to pay for, you know, the services that they need. And so if I could provide services if for very low cost or for free, like if I can afford to do that, that would be amazing, because there's a lot of people that need the service that can't afford it. So again, back to that theme of like, I'm not trying to charge people money for stuff. I'd like as much of my stuff to stay free as long as possible, or affordable. When do I plan on retiring? That is the question of the hour. I don't have a number in mind, because retirement for me is not necessarily no longer working. I'm always gonna be working, even when I'm officially retired. But basically, I want to create a situation where I don't have to work for money. I can do different things, and you know, my money is just there, stacked, allowing me to have more flexibility with my schedule, because that's really what money does. Money is a tool that gives you more freedom. So if I could have more freedom, that would be amazing. So that's the goal, man. My oh no, my battery's getting low. I'm about to wrap this up real soon, as soon as I finish this bag here that I'm working on. But thank you for the 750 credit score, Chica. You are very welcome, Mafioso 305. You know what? You should be thankful to yourself, because you are the one that increased your score. I just gave you some tips and tricks for how to do it. I saw a sorry, my phone died and I had to recharge it back up. I hope it didn't go too crazy. I'm building my own trucking company as we speak, and that's why your knowledge helped me raise my credit score to 710. That's amazing. Yo, shout out to people starting their own companies. Like, that is dope. That is amazing. I need to finish this packing situation. You guys, look, while my phone was charging, I got so much more done in this bag. I'm almost done filling it up. What's your view on digital currency? I do have some Bitcoin that I bought a while ago. I posted some Bitcoin videos. It definitely lost value. Like, I think I had like about a little bit over 1,000, and now it's at 800. So I definitely lost a little bit of money, but I think it's worth it to just kind of stick with. If you have it and you lost money, just forget about it. Forget about it and stick with it. Don't, you only lose when you pull out the money from the investment that you made. Or I don't really think Bitcoin is necessarily investment, because it's not guaranteed to increase, and it's not something that you have all the information for. It's very experimental right now. But if you are interested in learning more about it, I definitely recommend the Netflix documentary called Banking on Bitcoin. So definitely check that out. Do you think people can accomplish more goals while saving single than in a relationship? It depends, man. Depends on the mindset. If you are more disciplined and like, you know, in your full beast mode and like savage saving and all that crazy stuff, then you know, I think then that's fine. Do it yourself. But I think sometimes if you're in a relationship, it could work. You said you're really busy, you're too busy for a relationship, then that's fine. Focus on you right now and stack up your bread. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it's going to be really important when you do get into a relationship to be very open about your money mindset and your goals, and to start telling people, you know, about what you want to do with your money, so that you can see if they're on the same terms as you. Because a lot of people think about money differently. If you don't think it's a big deal that you have a lot of debt, and it's okay with you to just send minimum payments every month, you don't think that's a big deal, it's probably going to be important for you to say that up front, so that the other person who maybe disagrees with that completely has a choice to decide if they want to be with you or not. So Sandy, I think it just depends what kind of person you're with. Together, you guys could probably do a lot, you know, combine your savings, double up, stack it up. But like the YouTube couple Mike and Lauren, they were one of my first influences, and I started doing research about starting stuff on YouTube. So look at them, how they are. They started dating when they were really young, and they got married early, and they saved and invested a lot of their money. and they have really high net worth, and they invest in really cool projects and do things that they want to do. Like, they my hashtag goals, man. TY says, thank you. It's been a real. Bye, everybody. I'm just gonna finish up this one quick cube here, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. So if you guys have any last questions to ask, definitely go ahead. My trip again is on Saturday. I'm gonna try my best to do some vlogging, but like I said before, vlogging is like, it's a new thing that I would be doing, because it's weird. Like, I feel like it's weird to carry a camera everywhere you go and be recording everything you say and do. Like, that's so weird. So I don't know, maybe it's not gonna be weird. Maybe I'll try it and it won't feel so weird. I think the idea feels weird to me. It feels strange because I've never really done that. I always do it, you know, in my apartment and in private and stuff like that. So we'll see how the vlogging goes, and see if I can manage it. But I'm interested to see, like, you know, how my budget would change from what I planned for it to be, and how I manage to save money on food, and what adventures I can do for not too much money, like different trips and things that I can do while I'm there, how much the train will cost me and all that kind of stuff, restaurants that I might want to try that you know, will still be within my budget and stuff like that. So there's a lot of cool things that I want to try to include about my trip. It's just going to be important that that I try to figure out a way to record it and a way to manage the schedule that I want to have, because I do want to spend a lot of time enjoying my time. I don't want to spend too much time editing videos and stuff like that. But I do care about you guys, and I really love all the support and kind words. So I'm going to try to see if I can squeeze it in. Okay, so here is my medium bag. It's all done. So I'm going to zip it now. And then I'll have the two bags done, the little one and the big one. And these rompers are so small. I'm going to put, oh, I forgot one pair of shorts. Oops. These two rompers I'm going to put in Ziploc bags because they're so small. Forgot about this pair of shorts. I'm actually going to put it together with this pair of shorts. So I'm just going to stack them on top, because this pair of shorts is so thin. That's why I really like this, super thin. So I'm going to pile them on top of each other like that, and then fold them together so that I can save space on them that way. There's my little gift box. So I'm going to put that right there. And now I can close it. So yeah, I am pumped for my trip. Thank you for literally the 100th time, because I'm so thankful for all the comments and all of the engagement that you guys have been doing, and inspirational words and motivation and all that. I really appreciate it. Bam! Done. So I have that one, and then I have the little one, and that's pretty much everything that I needed to really bring. My shoes are going to go in the side of the bag. These are going to get, you know, put in the side of the duffel bag, and I'm going to put these in a Ziploc bag, and then that's going to be pretty much it. I'm so excited about all the stuff. So I'm going to start putting it in my duffel bag now. You guys can see it. It's gonna look like this. Can you guys see that? Should I move my duffel bag back? All right, so the first thing I need to do is get my sneakers in here, because the sneakers are kind of big and clunky. So I'm gonna put those in this side pocket right here. So I'm gonna get those here. Just gonna put them like this. Squish them together. I can probably fit some more stuff in there. My flippy floppies. Those can go in there as well. And I'll put those over there on the side. Alright, so my sneakers are in there. Alright, so I got my first bag in. There's a little spot right here, so I'm going to put this bag here, and that leaves me a little nook right here for some of my Ziploc bags. So the dress goes right there, the romper goes right there, and I still have space for like one more. My bikini goes right there. Let me let some of the air out of that bag. there. And then I still have some space all around here, which is nice. It's not too tight or anything. The shoes. I'm gonna put the shoes back. I'm gonna put the shoes in here. That little nook. And then my sandals, I'm gonna put on the sides. These are super comfortable. I love these sandals, these flat sandals. They're so comfortable. I'm gonna put these here. And then these here. And that's pretty much all the shoes. Because the only other pair of shoes that I have is the pair that I'm going to be wearing to the actual airport. So I don't have to worry about packing that pair. Well, let me switch this so that this is going down. Yeah, that's much better. Because this is going down. Now, I have like OCD a little bit, so I got to make sure this is packed perfectly. Alright, so there we go. That feels good. And then I'm going to put these in Ziploc bags. I'm going to think about where I want this to go. Probably put it on the side. Oh, maybe I'll put it over here. Yeah. Okay, so then I have a couple more things that I want to pack. This is like facial wipes and shower cap and some nail polish and some little things for the bathroom. So that I'm gonna want to put on the side. And then these guys I'm gonna put, y'all, the people at my job are so nice. My old coworkers, they bought me a little travel bag because they knew that I was taking this trip, which I think is so sweet. So I'll show you guys what the bag looks like in a second. But that's so sweet. So I'm gonna bring it with me on my trip and wear it. You know what? I can probably put these together actually. My two Rompers. I'm gonna fold them in half the long way and put them together. So put them like this, and then fold them this way. Fold in, and then fold it in thirds, because the thirds thing is the trick. See if I can get that into a Ziploc baggie. Perfect. It fits, y'all. So it's two Rompers. I'm gonna squeeze the air out as much as I can. Close these up. And that is pretty much the last little baggie that I have. So a lot of baggies. Oh, actually this one probably fit right here. So that's perfect. Alright, so this bag is super cute. This is the one that my coworkers gave me. Hey Bella, that's what I want to know. I wish I could up and leave my job. So let's see. Bella, what question are you talking about? So I want to know. I wish I could up and leave my job. I'm single with no kids. I'm ready. Girl, do it now. Do it while you're single and have no kids. Because later it's going to be much harder. It's going to be harder to schedule it. And it's also just going to be more expensive. Like, imagine if I wanted to take this trip with a husband, a bunch of kids, some the flights and all of that. So if you can do it now, I didn't mean to be like rude about it. I love kids. I work with kids. And everybody in my family is married and has kids. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just saying, right now, if I had that as part of my life, it'd be a lot harder to just drop what I'm doing and go somewhere for a whole month. I would need a lot of money, a lot more money than I need right now. So, yeah, girl, if you can manage it, if you can stack up your bread, do it. Single's the way to be. That's right, girl. Bella, stay single. Okay, so this is my little bag that I was telling you guys my coworkers got me. It's super cute. It's Steve Madden, which is so fancy because y'all know I don't be rocking too much name brand stuff. But isn't it so cute? Look at the straps in the back. I mean, I put them together with like a colita, like a hair tie. because it's just easier to pack that way. But I'm probably gonna put stuff inside here and put it inside, like right here on the top of the bag, and then close it up, zip it closed. You know, I still have some things to pack, like all of my toiletries, my products. I don't have a lot of products, but I do want to bring like a couple things. And then I also have to pack my electronics, which is gonna be probably what goes in that black bag. Is gonna be my electronics, like all my wires, cables, chargers, and stuff. And then look at this. It's for my laptop right here. Bam. So I love the top of this bag right here. And then I'll just zip it closed. And that's it. I'm done. And I'm leaving. And I'm out. And I might never come back. Just kidding. That's not true. I'm definitely coming back, you guys. I see a couple more comments. Yes, this is definitely gonna be my first big trip, you guys. Like, I've only ever taken a vacation as long as like a week, or like maybe 8 days was the longest vacation I've ever had. So this is gonna be 3 times as long. So yeah, man, I'm stepping up my vacation game. But that's pretty much what I wanted to show you guys, how I managed to pack everything that I need for the whole month of July in one bag. It's definitely possible. I know that I did this probably, like, I'm a beginner when it comes to packing crazy minimalist, like tight and stuff, because I've seen so many amazing YouTubers, and I'm gonna put some links in the description box after the video goes live or goes public, so that you guys can see some of the other people that inspired me to pack light and to pack everything into just one duffel bag. So check those out. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe. If you don't already follow me on Facebook and Instagram, get over there and follow me. I post a lot of stuff across those other platforms as well. And yeah, I'm probably gonna be doing a lot of the like vlog type stuff while I'm on my trip, because it's easier to do it there. So more stuff like on my Instagram stories and, you know, Facebook and stuff like that. So yeah, go over there and chat with me. Thank you all so much for joining me tonight. That's all I have. Till next time, peace.